Hi crafters, it's Alexa with Hearts Crafts, and it's my, ooh, got you wobbling, my Tuesday night live on Facebook. I have a little visitor here at the moment, our cat. She's decided she wanted to join in the fun. Yep, say hello. Oh, she don't want to say hello. Hi Georgie, hi Jenny, welcome. I have an assistant today who's been a pain. Maybe I should have put her in the main house, but never mind. Hi Neve, how are you? So yes, tonight we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I was going to do the other project I had planned for last week, but decided no, it's going to be Mother's Day, so let's make a Mother's Day present. So we're going to be making this cute little album to go. I haven't finished decorating it, sorry, but it is quick and easy little album to make, which I will show you a bit more in a minute. I just wanted to let you all know I received my catalogue. Yay! So in a month's time I can show it all to you. It's got some gorgeous stuff in there this time, and we get it for a whole year. So, and there's a lot of stock from last catalogue going over too, so that'll be good. And if you're a demonstrator and you're watching this, pre-orders did start today, so you can go and order. They have a list of what we can order. So yes, it's nice to see Nala's brushing up on her skills, isn't it? She's been a pain. Never mind. Anyways, I am going to turn the camera around and, oh, actually, before I do that, I'm just gonna, Nala, oh, you're very vocal tonight. Oops. I'm just gonna bring you guys up on my iPad, or bring me up on my iPad, I should say. iPad. Whoops, turn the sound down. There we go. Right, now I am going to flip you guys around. What's happened to the colour? Well, that's bizarre. Wonder why the colour's changed. Maybe you guys might have to have this upside down tonight. I know I forgot to turn it last week, but it's gone a funny colour. I'll give it one more go. No. Well, I'm sorry guys, but you're gonna have to watch this upside down. Right. Maybe it's the weather. I don't know. Anyways, okay, so here's my little album that I made this morning, just very quickly. There's a little few flips here and here. Now, it's a very quick, basic album that I've done. I did not use magnets or ties or anything like that. You can do. So that's a little bit of a fold out there. And we've got a flip up here. And these are just two plain pages. Another little flip up here. And a fold out here, which goes that way as well. And I've just got a little pocket here. So it's a very quick, simple, it's 4x6 album. So got a bit of glue there. I love my glue eraser. There we go. So I thought we would do this tonight. Now, if you're working with 12 by 12 cardstock, you will need 3 pieces. But if you're working with A4 cardstock, you will need 5 pieces of cardstock. So the first thing we're going to do is take our 12 by 12, and I'm just going to cut these in half at 6 inches. And then we're going to take 3 of these pieces. Now the first piece you want is 9 1/4 inches. And the next piece you want is 8 3/4. And then the next piece is 8 1/4. So you've come down in 1/2 inch increments. Now this is a Stack the Deck album, so it's quite simple to do. Now the next step we're going to do is take away our cutting blade, and we're going to score at 4 inches. We're going to turn this around, place it in at 4 inches, and score again. And that will give us a small gusset of 1/4 inch. And the next two, we're going to do exactly the same thing. We are going to score at 4 inches, turn it around, and score at 4 inches, and that will give you a 3 1/4 inch gusset. And then this one the same. Score at 4 inches, turn it around, and score at 4 inches. Now this isn't something that's new. Scrapbookers have been doing this for a long time, this sort of style. You can do it, so many ways though, if you wanted to. But for a quick little album, and it's great because it fits in your handbag as well. It's just a really good size, this one. So, and it just nicely stacks on top of each other. Now I'm being a bit lazy here and I'm not burnishing with the bone folder, but you can burnish with the bone folder if you want to. I'm just doing this quick. So, and that one stacks there. So you line these up and you'll notice, hopefully, on each edge you'll have about a 1/4 inch gap in between your pages. So the next step we do is glue them all together. Now I'm using a liquid adhesive because it will give me a bit of wiggle room to line up my pages. You can use a double-sided tape or tearing tape. I don't really recommend unless you've got a really good thingy tape. What do they call it? Snail? One of these adhesives. So it's not quite strong enough for this. So I'm just lining this up, centering it, eyeballing it. You can use your grid paper if you wish to. There we go, that's fairly central, and I'm just going to press it down. Okay, and the next one. Now the longest thing, or the hardest thing about making these sort of albums is decorating them. Okay, just lining this up again, using my grid paper. Making sure I have it central and even, top to bottom. There we go. And just pressing it down. Now I'm going to take my bone folder and just burnish the score lines. And this gives you 6 pages in your little album. There we go. That must have cut wrong. That's okay. I can live with that. I'll put it down the bottom so I don't see it. So there we have a little album booklet. Now to add the flip outs that I've done here on the second and the fourth page here is very simple. So I'm going to take 2 more sheets and trying to remember the measurements, and you'll need that to be at 8 1/4, both of these. Whoops, wrong one. And just trim that off. And then this one at 8 1/4, and then we are going to score this at 3 7/8, seven and 3/4, and 7 7/8. Now I did, on this one, I did try it with a 1/4 inch and I found that just too big. I didn't like it. So this time I'm just doing it at 1/8 of an inch there. I found that looked nicer. So, and on this piece of cardstock, we're going to do exactly the same thing. So we'll line it up at 3 7/8, at 7 3/4, and 7 7/8. And just score. Okay, move that out of the way, and then we're just going to fold these in. Now this smaller one is a little bit harder to fold in, but it's not too bad. Please do excuse the storm outside, guys. It might be a bit noisy in here sometimes during the night, but I have a tin roof and it happens. So there we go, and we shall glue these in onto our second page and our fourth. It's not our fourth page, what is it? Oh, it'll come to me. I must be tired. Isn't it funny how we always get tired after dinner? Just burnish that down a bit. And I'm just going to and there we go, there's our first flap. Going to burnish this down. Just wipe away a bit of the glue. And there we go. So that will give you a little bit of a gusset there. Just for the bulk of folding the cardstock in, just like that. Now, let's pop a pocket on here. Pockets are fairly easy to do. I'm just putting, I mean, you can put pockets anywhere you want to in your book. I just chose to put it at the back because I thought, well, if people want to store anything or do anything, then you can just pop it at the back. So let me bring my scoreboard in again. And the best thing about this little album is you can use all your scraps. Okay, so we want this to be I'm just going to come in just under 5 inches. And just cut that bit off. Now the reason why I say just under, because we want it just away from this score line so it folds in nicely. So we are now just going to score half an inch on 3 sides. You could have done 1/4 inch, but oh well. I think I'm so used to doing big albums, I've just gone half an inch. Okay, and then I'm just going to take my scissors and just cut here on an angle. And you're just cutting just below where your score line meets there. And just going to mitre this in a bit. Just finishes it off nicely. Okay, there we go. Now when you put these down, you don't really want these to overlap because it will add to the bulk of your book if you do that. Okay, so let me know if you want to have the flaps going up, and I can show you how to do those. If you don't want them, that's fine. They're just sort of similar to the side flaps. So as I place this down, I'm lining it up with the edge here and here, and see how we just got a tiny smidge here away from that score line, which is what you want, so you don't end up with too much bulk. Ooh, I might need more glue on this. Try that. That's better. Now in the last one, I did put a dip in here for the pocket, and all I did was I got my punch, can't remember the name of this punch, and I just punched it from there to there before I glued it down. I forgot to do it this time, so sorry about that. It's so simple, it's genius. Yes, it is, isn't it, Jenny? I love it. So, this is a basic little mini album. That sort of is done. And like I said, you can add more to it if you want to, or just leave it as it is and decorate it. I might do, why not? Do a couple of flip ups. Just measure what these, yep, perfect. I'll just grab two of these. Where shall we put them? Might put them here. One here and one on. I'm keeping this symmetrical, if you hadn't noticed. I won't do the little sort of booklet waterfall thing I did in the other one, because that was actually time consuming, believe it or not. I'm just going to do, I'll do 1/2 inch. Just going to score it at 1/2 inch and score this one at 1/2 inch. And the other great thing about this, it's so easy to put your paper down because it's all basically the same size. It's only when you come to your fold outs that it's not the same size. So I'm just going to place this one in the center of my page. Give it a push down. Yeah, why not? We'll pop it here. And just pop it down. There we go. And now it is ready for decorating. How do you like that? Quick and simple, isn't it? Okay. Now I've chosen to use the best dressed paper. That's what I've used for this one. And I thought this time, instead of using the flowers, I would use the makeup bits and the shoes and the perfume bottles. I thought this might be cute. So I'm using the other side of the papers, basically. So some of these have flowers. Whoops. I know some of these don't have flowers. That one has flowers. There's this one. That one, this one's got the stripes and the handbags. And this one here, I'm pretty sure has got stripes. So, and that one's got flowers on both sides. And then you've got your green one with your flowers. So not long now, and all this beautiful paper will be retiring. So another month. So if you love it, grab some. It's very versatile. I have had a ball using this, and one stack of paper I have made I don't know how many projects, and I think this will be my third album I've made with this paper. So, and I've made cards and I've made 3D projects with it. So yes. So, and this is all I have left in full sheets. I have some scraps, but that's all I have left in full sheets. So I am going to decide what I would like to have on the front of my album, and I think I might go neutral so I can dress it up. Later on I might grab the stamp set out, and is that the only one I have of that left? Oh, that's a shame. That's okay, I can put this one on the back. Maybe. Or shall I put this on the front? What do you think, girls? What do you think? Anyone gonna let me know? You know what? I might just go for the perfume bottles and the stripes on the back. How's that? Okay. So now, all your pages, all your base pages, will be cut your DSP at 3 7/8. Oops, wrong one. And 5 7/8. So there we go, just for the front page. There we are. Now unfortunately I can't cover this completely, embellish it with you, because my die cutting machine is buried at the moment. Shouldn't probably tell you that, should I? But unfortunately it's buried at the moment, so I can't die cut stuff, which is a bit of a bummer, because it would have been great if I could. So all I'm doing here is just basically cutting all my pages. I'm leaving this one to the side because I'll use that one on the back maybe. And I'm just gonna, could probably cut 2 at a time actually. and get it to line up. I mean, I'll probably go through all of this and maybe rearrange some of it. And if you don't want to do this for Mother's Day, it would make a great birthday present. I'm going to leave I'm going to pop two of the same in the middle. Oh, hang on. What do I want to go in the middle? We'll go the shoes in the middle. I've done that one. Actually, I think those two would look nice together. So it's just working out now what you want to go with what, basically. And like I said, there's not much thought to it because the papers match each other. They're very pretty, and yeah. So I'm just trying to see what I have left. That one can go there like that. And yes, I'm going to use this with that. So now with this one, when I do the pocket, just going to measure how deep my pocket is, and that is 2 1/4 inches. So I'm going to trim this at, what did I say, 2 1/4? Yeah, 2 1/4. So I'm going to trim it at 2 1/8. Oops, from the bottom. Turn this around. 2 1/8. And I'm going to show you why. So when I put this in, when I glue this in, which we could do straight away, and then I can change it for that. So it's slightly different. That looked frayed, but it's actually the design on the paper. Might turn that around. That will drive me nuts. There we go. So, just for now, before we do any more, ooh, I am sorry about the noises. It's the honky nuts, or gum nuts. Honky nuts if you're my age, gum nuts if you're younger. And if you're not in Australia and you don't know what they are, Google them. They're a native gum nut to Australia. So, and sort of shaped like a bell, really, I would say. Okay, so when you're doing a pocket page like this, the paper doesn't need to go all the way down inside the pocket because you're not seeing it. So if you just pop it in a little bit, and then you're not wasting your paper. So being conservative with it. Okay, let's glue this DSP down. Now there are places I have not put DSP, and we will go back and do them once we've glued all these down. So I just wanted you to see the process and how quick this actually can be. Oh, oops, wrong spot. I did that earlier. We will have to have a piece for there. Okay, and because I've got glue on it, we will, I didn't want to put flowers in here, but I'm going to. Now with this one here, because it is, or it should be 3 7/8. Oops. We scored it at 3 7/8. Thereabouts, yep. Okay, so we're going to trim it at 3 5/8, or you can do what I like to do, is line my paper up on here where I want it, put a pencil mark, and just trim. Okay, and I know what the length is 5 7/8. Oops. Okay. There we go. Lovely. And then I'm just going to keep on gluing in. So I don't know if any of you have anything already done for your mum. All I've done is my mum's Mother's Day card. I have not been shopping. I desperately need to go shopping, but yeah, I will get there. And like Mum said to me, as long as we have a lovely meal together, it doesn't matter what she gets. She don't care if she gets nothing. Because I said to her today, I haven't been shopping for you yet, Mum. She goes, that's fine. I thought, oh, that's so sweet. So she knows I've been busy with her. Unfortunately, my mother's been poorly. So almost did it again. There we go. Oh, this is pretty too, this page. Did I only have one of these left? I'll have to have a look, because that's really pretty on the back. There we go. Okay, now you can leave these blank if you want to. You don't have to put designer series paper on everything. I am going to, I don't know if I want, that just needs a small bit trimmed off it. No, I don't like that there. Could always go the flowers again. I know I really didn't want to bring in the flowers, but the flowers look really pretty with it. So I think I might just put the flowers on that one. But I might go for the darker edge this time. Now, just grab my pencil. Whoops. Try not to throw your pencil. Oh dear. Okay, my little pencil mark. Oops, wrong one. So there we go. And there we are, guys. I'm going to leave these fold outs a bit blank and the flip ups blank in this one. Because it's also nice to have room to write. Instead of adding paper to write, you've got room there to write. And you don't always have to have your photos matted. And you've got a little pocket here. So you can put whatever you want in this little pocket. Bit of glue. So you could put a tag in here if you want to. You could put a little booklet in here. You could put anything in here, actually. How about I used that piece, didn't I? That was for the front. Oops. This one here. Well, guess what? I've got more. I'll use these two for the front and the back, I think. So that wasn't quite it, was it? I bet you're all screaming at me going, no, you forgot the front and you forgot the back and I've forgotten the spine. I know I would have been. Okay. Right, take two. Actually, I don't know if I will put anything on the spine. I might even leave the spine blank. I might embellish it when I can finally get to my die cutting set. So I should have pulled out the dies and the stamps for you all to see. I can still grab them quickly. They are not far. So there we go. So that was basically an album in under an hour. Love it. Absolutely love it. So, okay, let me just grab. Okay, here's the stamp set. And the dies are yeah, here are the dies. Okay, so in this die set you also have a die to make a bag, which is now packed in a box. So sorry about that, guys. I could have shown you that. It would have been another idea. But you've got this cute little shoe and the lipstick, which matches your stamps here. You can stamp them and cut them out. And you've also got a perfume bottle here. And you've got the roses here. You can cut out too, die cut out too. Like I said, if I had my die cutting machine usable and not buried, I would have done that, but unfortunately I don't. But yeah, I just think these would look really cool, and maybe, you know, pop a little frame on here. You could, I got this ribbon today, my back order came today, so I got this ribbon. You can put this on here and have it as a closure if you want to. You don't have to have a closure. You could even like have this wrap around a couple of times. Whoops. And just have it sort of like stuck at the back and put a bow here. You could die cut, or even just, don't even have to die cut. You could just cut out a frame, pop a rectangular or a square frame in the middle if you wanted to. Yeah, you can, it's endless what you can do with this little album. So, but yeah, if you want a closure, that's quite cute. I would just put some tear and tape at the back of one of these and just have that stuck down so it doesn't run away on you when you open it. Actually, that sounds like a really good idea. Do you guys want to see how to do that? So, right. I've got some tearing tape right here. approximately in the middle, thereabouts. Just place some tearing tape. Take the backing off. Might just give a little bit more room on this side. And just, whoops, try and get it straight on your tape there. Oh, and I just moved it. Oh, damn it, damn it. Might just tap it down so it doesn't move. Okay. Whoops. Where's my end? Here. Give myself a bit more. Gosh, I got gluey fingers. Here we go. These are not my ribbon scissors. Yep, it worked. That'll do. So there you have a closure if you want to have a closure as well. And just decorate it. Put whatever embellishments you want. Actually, that would have been nice if it went around. Oh well, never mind. We've got it going twice, not 3 times. That'll do. I got gluey fingers. There we go. Very nice. Okay, well, let me know what you think of that. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. And share the video out. Please leave a comment. It all helps, whether you're watching this on YouTube or even tonight on the Facebook replay, whatever. It all helps with the analytics, apparently, with Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, so for all your mums out there and your mum's mums, does that make sense? Probably not. Never mind. Have a lovely Mother's Day on Sunday. You never know, you might get one of these albums for Mother's Day. So I will see you all next Tuesday, guys. Have a great week and happy crafting. Bye for now.